I'm going to read it from 3 translations, just so we can get the gist of what it's saying.
Amen. Amen.
I'm reading from the King James Version first, then from the Holman Christian Standard Version. I'm going to read from the Living Bible Version. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 1. You there, shout amen.
Amen.
In the King James translation, it reads, "Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them." In the Holman Christian translation, it says, "So remember your Creator in the days of your youth, before the days of adversity come, and the years approach when you will say, I have no delight in them." In the New Living Bible translation, it says, "Don't let the excitement of youth cause you to forget your Creator. Honor Him in your youth before you grow old and say, life is not pleasant anymore."
All right.
Amen.
Amen.
You can be seated. I want to preach from the subject, now is the time.
Where?
Now
Now.
is the time.
Yeah.
Now, right now. Somebody shout, now is the time. You know, we live in a world where some of our youth are taking no thought of tomorrow, or even taking a thought of life altogether. There is a philosophy out there that's called YOLO.
Yes.
You only live once. I was intrigued by YOLO because they had it all on the shirts,
That's right.
had on hats, and you know, and you think of YOLO, and you just like, first of all, what is YOLO? Did they misspell yo-yo? But it's really YOLO. And YOLO, again, is an acronym for you only live once. And it applies from Wikipedia. It implies that one should enjoy life, even if that entails taking risks. Wow. And I wondered, who thought of this language, YOLO? You know, so I said I do some more digging. And I did, you don't mind if I dig just a little bit, you know, it pays to dig, you know, a little bit to know, you know, at least if you want to talk to children about, you know, when you see it, you know, you won't be able to, be down with it, you know, up with it, you know, know what's going on, you know. So I looked up, I dug a little deeper, and I found out that it came from the lyrics of a song called The Motto.
All right.
Somebody called Dracula. Yeah, that's him, Drake. That's it's all right, because I just don't know. And Drake, and this thing, it featured a guy, and saints who don't listen, you need to know some things. Don't put your head in the sand. You need to know, because your great kid may come around and have YOLO, and you want to at least know what's about. And Drake featured a guy named Lil Billy. Yeah, that's it, Lil Wayne. You know, that's Lil Wayne. And God forbid if I should just say the whole song. Yeah. Now, how many of y'all really you ain't say that in church? Don't say that in church. But I am going to just quote part of the last part of the lyrics. It said now, and I wish I'd have listened to it, but I didn't. I said too much going on. We listened to it. But I'll just say, now she want a photo. You already know though. You only live once after tomorrow. Bleed. I'm not through yet. And we vow it every day, like we're sitting on the big bleed. We don't really play. Every day, bleep. What anybody say can't see him call the money anyway. Real bleep. What's up? You don't want me to say what's up. No, sir. My granny would probably turn over. And when I looked up, YOLO, and it said you only live once. This translation, the excuse, he said that it was the excuse, you only want the excuse for something stupid that they did. Also one of the most annoying abbreviations ever. For example, one person would say, hey, I heard you got that girl pregnant. The YOLO person would say, yeah, man, but hey, YOLO. You only live once. Somebody said, hey, I heard that you broke your leg falling off the balcony at that party. Yeah, but hey, YOLO. You only live once. And you know, I thought about that, and again, I reflected again with what Solomon says. Remember now.
That's right.
Thy creator. All right. In the days of thy youth. Now we have kids who can't pass star. They say they can't sit down because they have ADHD. But they can learn every song. Yeah, we can learn what we want to learn. We can remember what we want to remember. If we choose. All right. Remember now, Solomon said. Now, Solomon was the son of David. Solomon gives words of wisdom to his hearers. Solomon is the one who was given a blank check from God.
Come on now.
God said, you ask what you want, man. Whatever you want, you ask. And he said, Lord, all I want is wisdom to know and be able to judge right from wrong and good from evil. He said, whoa, man, you asked the right thing. So since you out here, you can have whatever you want. And Solomon was the wisest man in some ways that lived on the earth, but he wasn't that smart.
All right. Come on now.
He was wise.
Okay.
He wasn't smart. Any man that has 300 wives and 700 women on the side ain't smart. If you listen, it's smart when you marry just one and take care of one. And treat that one right. That's wise and smart. It don't make sense. I don't know how they do it. You got one over here, one over there. Mess up and call that one over there, and you got trouble. That one over there, check the text from that one over there, you in trouble. God wants you to have one wife. Solomon was wise and not that smart, but God looked beyond his faults. And God saw his need. And what Solomon does in Ecclesiastes chapter 12 is he's writing this not when he wasn't making good choices. He writes this after he's gotten older. And you know, some things you don't learn. Some things about life that we had just learned it and did it earlier. How much over 35, I'll say that. How much over 35 would say, if I had the chance to do it this way, I would do it differently.
Right.
If there's some things you could have done, you know, even in our finances and our house, and supervising an apartment, and you would own a house, or first, just making it. You just don't use good wisdom sometimes in the young, but you don't learn and realize something until you get older down the road. Can I get what you're saying? And that's when someone writes this. He says, remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, because I was young before. My daddy said I was young, but now I'm old, but I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor the seed begging bread. I've been there. Hear what I have to say. He says, remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth. That word, remember, it's not literally saying that you remember something that you already learned or something you already been taught. He said to remember this text means to call to mind. It means to consider. Consider, think about your Creator in the days of thy youth. In other words, set God always before your eyes from your earliest existence. Start thinking on God. Can I get a witness in here? Think about your Creator. God is who we're talking about. He said, remember now your Creator. God is our Creator. Think about He who has made us. Think about the one who made us who we are and who we're to become. He wants us to use the powers He's given us to keep our minds stayed on Him. And I think I ought to tell you, thou will keep you in perfect peace. All whose mind is stayed on Him. Look, He says, remember now.
All right.
Not later on. But now, your Creator, while you are in your youth. Now, He's not saying that it's too late long as you're alive. But He's saying, remember now your Creator. If you're youthful, make right choices and decisions now. Because the text says in one translation, while the evil days come nigh. That is literally saying, remember Him while you're young, before those days of adversity and days of storms. Because a lot of young folks, they think they have some storm, and they have trouble sometimes, but they really haven't seen a lot of storm. As a young Christian, I had to be real careful how I said things like God, and I was preaching. I thought I was showing up preaching. I put some music to it. God will be your mother when your mother's gone, and she was sitting out there. How would I know that he can be a mother when she's already here? But when she left, I realized for real that God could rock you in the middle of the night. When you couldn't dial that number anymore, but all I could dial in my bosom, God, I need a word from you. Do it while you can. The phrase, while the evil days come not, refers to grievances and inconveniences of old age, which we're going to talk about later on in the passage that follows verses number 1 and 2. In other words, He's saying, remember now thy Creator. Listen to me, young folk, and other people present. We got to remember Him now. Number one, because there is a hereafter. That life is not over when you die. That's it. That you're going to not only die, but you're going to live again. Right. I don't care who you are. Doesn't matter who and where you're from. We all are going to die. But after death, there is a hereafter. Can I get a witness in here? All throughout the scriptures will testify that people have gone and died, but there was a hereafter. Come here, rich man. Come here, Lazarus. There was a hereafter. Lazarus will tell you that he heard his name called one day.
Well.
Somebody cried out, Lazarus, come forth. He could come back and tell you there is a hereafter. Now the thing about the hereafter is, where will you spend the hereafter? in eternity?
Yes, sir.
Will it be in the presence of God or in the presence of the enemy, Satan himself?
Well.
That is your decision. But not only that, but we learn from studying this passage. Well, now is the time. And it's important that we understand that we are responsible beings. Man can do pretty much as he pleases. Yes, sir. But he cannot, by any possibility, exempt himself from the consequences of what he does.
All right.
Oh, that's pretty good right there.
Yes, sir.
Man is responsible, is a responsible being.
Right.
He can do pretty much as he pleases. I'm telling you for real. If you go down on Bourbon Street in New Orleans,
Yeah.
y'all don't know. I'm telling you some stuff that's real. It's down there. You know, I thought I saw it when I went to the Bayou Classic down there. I said, well, maybe it's because it's the Bayou Classic, just out here. And you know, I would have thought because, you know, we went after Essence Festival, so we didn't go. I wish I could have heard T.D. Jakes while I was down there, but we went down to the Bourbon Street. I'm telling you. Go back to Canal. Because we saw some things. And Sister Wright, you in here, Sister Wright in here, you were Sister Wright, she in about evangelism. We may get a team and just go to Bourbon Street and evangelize. Man is responsible being. I'm telling you something that's true. He can do pretty much as he pleases, but he cannot. Watch this. We may have the right, we may have a freedom of choice, but you cannot, by any possibility, exempt ourselves from the consequence of what we do.
That's right.
Sometimes the score got to be settled. When you decide to do one thing, there is also a consequence to our behavior. Can I get a witness in here? And everybody who does what they do it because they want to do it. Can I get a witness in here? Next thing I find out is that death ends man's work on earth. That when death does come, you can't do what you didn't do. Whatever you haven't done, you're not going to be able to do it. When you're dead and the Lord calls your name, whatever you have not done, it won't get done on this side. If you have not turned your life around to Jesus Christ, if you didn't do it before death, you won't have that chance. Help me, Lord Jesus. If we have any plans for good, if we want to make this life a preparation for the glory of the future, we ought to get busy. But also learn that reverent obedience to God is the only method of having a life that shall be worth living. God doesn't change, and we need not hope to change Him. God is always a God of love. But His love brings blessings only to those who seek to do His will. To those who disregard God's will, the same love becomes a condemnation. Oh, but how shall we keep God's law? We got to do it through the Son of His Son, Jesus Christ.
Yes, sir.
And now in the time, and lastly, I tell you, youth is the best time. It's not the only time, but it is the best time to begin serving God. You know, it's easy to begin then. See, habits are unformed. That's why we start out in pre-K.
All right.
And we start out in Sunday school teaching kids how to sit down in church. You start early. Kids, you know, going to children's church is a good place to try to teach them and train them how to sit down. But they need to know how to sit down in church anyway. If it ain't children's church. I see so many kids sitting down behaving today. Somebody must have had a talk with somebody today. And I'm so proud of y'all. It's easy to have